Welcome back to more Tokyo Extreme Races. So last time, we defeated a lot of teams in Rebirth of the Legend. I didn't get pulled down them last time, so yeah, let's change that today. And then also, yeah, we also met up with Midnight Rose at the end after we defeated Cupid Arrows. And yeah, she seems interested in our abilities too, so yeah. Alright then, so like I said, yeah, let's read about some teams. Let's start off with the Pleiades. A Super Impreza team formed mainly by off-road drivers. Previously, the retired and second placeman took over, but hasn't fully adapted, still heavily influenced by his predecessor. Believing that Impreza is the strong machine on the Shuto Xtreme, they aim for first place to brew it. Since being compared to another star, they have one-sidedly viewed them as rivals. There are odds of Triage, because the Triage uses Mitsubishi Evos, the rival to the Super Impreza. So here's Bird Eye, who has a bird-like broad view, and yeah, I'm guessing that's something to do with that thing on the side of the car, so yeah. Yeah, he's all about birds, which is interesting because yeah, he uses the bug eye Impreza, but hey. Again, it's Phantom, the bug eye, blob eye, and Hawkeye, so yeah, it makes sense. And yeah, apparently he met with Speeds of the Three Realms, and then yeah, I'm guessing that's how he joined the team, so yeah. Then we got Demon Slayer on the road, who releases work very stress like driving recklessly in battles, which is probably how he got his name, so yeah. Because yeah, he nages other people, but also his teammates, so yeah. Well, he regrets it, so yeah, he's kind of interesting because of that. He's not really a bad person, but the way he drives kind of makes it feel like it, so yeah. Then we got Thunder Eagle, who also doesn't drive the Hawkeye, but whatever. He excels at weather forecasting because he's a weather forecaster, so yeah. Once dreamed of being rallies, but had to give up due to poor eyesight. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. You need to be really good. You need to be in perfect shape if you're going to go rally racing, so yeah. He also feels a strong affinity with Naruto, a team we still don't know anything about, so yeah. Anyway, we got Speeds of the Three Realms. You discover the thrill of off-road driving during mountain series, eventually born Impreza, so yeah. I could definitely see him also being, you know, into Tokyo Racing 2 on the mountain road, so yeah. This last sentence is kind of weird, I must admit, but anyway. Here's our team leader. He drives the VAB this time, second place man. Masamichi Tezuka, food specialist. A man who has never been first, known as perpetual second place since childhood. He took the leader position by a rank that previously retired, but he was uncertain about it. Recently, he has decided to aim for number 1 of the Shuto Xtreme, not by himself, but through our team's collective strength. He is responsible and a serious hard worker. His car is tuned for speed, reflecting the influence of the previous leader. So there you go. Let's talk about another Super Impreza team, another star. All members use super machines and many having rally experience, making their driving flawless. They are rivals at top level, composed of Mitsubishi machines. The team, drawn to the overall charisma of the leader Blue Speed, is highly united. The leader provides precise advice and unwavering skill, driving everyone to improve, resulting in a stable win rate. So yeah, here's a battle scratch. And yeah, it looks like they use a bit more variety in Imprezas, because this guy uses the blob eye. And yeah, he's also a DJ. There's a lot of DJs in this game, isn't it? And yeah, as it says there, yeah, he even hit up with Upbeat too. And Upbeat wanted to join Riverbox, so you should also join this team. Interesting enough, so yeah. Then we got Red Shout, who's a female singer, known for a powerful voice, so yeah, that probably, you know, makes sense with the name. A lot of these guys are music-based. Again, you think that, I guess they would get along with Riverbox, right? So yeah. But again, Riverbox is all about, you know, driving wagons and stuff, so it probably doesn't fit well with this team, so yeah. And yeah, she likes to shout a lot. I wonder what kind of genre she likes then. Then you got Reza Miura, who's a funeral director, so that kind of makes sense. He'd be a sad man, but he pretends to be cool and nihilistic, so yeah. That makes him very unpopular, apparently, so yeah. So yeah. Apparently has a close bond with Battle Scratch too. Probably could help him get on the run right. And he's primarily a former Chicana driver, which is like I wouldn't say it's like showboating, it's kind of like that. Basically, yeah, it's all about, quick moving and stuff on a close course, so yeah. Then we got the number 2 of the team, Silver Speed. Riley's a web designer. And she got attracted to Blue Sage Junior Shark. I think I remember Silver Speed from Tokyo Xtreme vs. Zero. For some reason, she gave me a lot of problems, so yeah. And apparently they're lovers now too, so that's kind of interesting, so yeah. Kind of makes sense of the names, right? That they'd be very close, so yeah. And yeah, our house couple. I'm actually not so sure if they are married or not. But yeah, considering that they're very close, I think it's only a matter of time, right? But anyway, here's Blue Speed, Naoto Kubata, import car dealership owner, a genius driver who's achieved excellent results not only on the Shuto Expressway, but also in various domestic rally competitions, gaining a reputation that has spread overseas. Recently, he has been invited to participate in an increasing number of rallies outside Japan. Though initially poor at handling situations involving other cars due to his rally background, this is now a thing of the past. With flat straight line speed and meticulous cornering, he distances himself from rivals. Recently, he's found fluent in mentoring Silver Speed. So there we go. Up next, we have Juicy Heaven, a highly popular all-female team known for their beauty and sexiness. When they stop at a parking area, they attract crowds of male drivers. However, their lure is not just superficial. The grief of losing something that each of them bears makes them look even stronger and more beautiful. They have a rivalry with the legendary street racer Midnight Rose kind of thing, and a former team Cupid Arrows, constantly looking for a chance to defeat them. So yeah, we got Seductive Aquamarine. And yeah, apparently she's a bus guide, so yeah. And she's fluent in several languages. Yeah, I remember her in the park, and she says that she talks very slowly, but apparently that makes her very easy to understand, so yeah. And yeah, she has recently been looking after the emerging foreign team machinery, which makes sense again because yeah, she finds it easier to talk to foreigners. Then you got Passionate Tobaz, so you fall in the parking area. She's got a versatile ability to quickly connect with anyone. She tries as a top tier bar hostess, so yeah. And apparently she only defeated an ex-boyfriend too. And apparently the boyfriend was an asshole, so yeah. This legendary is widely known among street racers, yet men still approach her. Then we got Beautiful Moonstone, who apparently is half German. And she shares the same surname as Tempting Amethyst, but it's not related, so yeah. It would be very easy to make that assumption, so yeah. And she also lost a lover too, so yeah, that was kind of what they were talking about earlier. And yeah, apparently it helped overcome an insecurity about her non-Japanese friends. This is actually kind of an interesting part, I must admit, so yeah. And yeah, she also looks after the car too. It's kind of a sad backstory. Kind of reminds you of Wind Stars from the TXR games a little bit too, so yeah. And then we got the team leader, Aina Mori, Tempting Amethyst. She's a counselor. For studying psychology in the US, she now works at a counseling office in Omotsudanto, supporting many celebrity clients. She also supported Pink Roof on Ribbon Box when she was ostracized from the entertainment industry. Having published books on web as an entertainer, her achievements are likely known to her father, who she hasn't seen in over 20 years since the divorce of her mother. She continues racing, hope to Sunday meet her car-loving father on the Shuto Expressway. So there you go. Then we got Cupid Arrows, a long-standing, highly skilled all-female team, now led by its third-generation leader. Their serious attitude towards racing and deep mechanical knowledge means that challenging them lightly will lead to regret. Once motivated by not wanting to lose to men, they have long since overcome that complex. Recently, a pair of sisters joined, regenerating the team's atmosphere. Interaction of female drivers from other teams has increased, making the team very lively. We have Blue Moon, who is the younger sister of the two, and she got a license at 18 years old. And finally debuted on the Shuto Expressway, and she's the responsible, pragmatic one, so there you go. Apparently they think about nicknames for her and her sister, so yeah. Is the elder sister Mai Taka, Blue Star. Apparently she's an art student. And apparently Enchanting White Berries are luminous of her university, so that's cool. And yeah, most likely yeah, she joined because of her. They want to try and push each other, so yeah. And yeah. Talking about how cool the car looks, yeah, it does look pretty cool, that color. and stuff on it, so yeah. Then we got 246 Heartbreaker, who after each Heartbreak return anyone to a battle and become increasingly reckless. I shall level, I'll get a level pass. I think I remember her saying something like that in all the TXR games, so yeah. And yeah, Longcra, yeah, I think she's been around since TXR 1. That's what Kibiara's first appeared, so yeah. Then we got Silver Impact, the oldest member of the team, and treated the team leader as a younger sister. And then was shocked about the team leader worrying about her age, so yeah. And yeah, talking about apparently her interest with the parking, that's interesting. Also potential partners. Okay. Then we got Moonlight Child. She's kind of funny because she became Mom Brand's a Big Mom. Not the character from One Piece, but yeah, after an accidental battle, so yeah. Yeah, Big Mom's part of another team we don't know anything about, so yeah. So it's kind of funny doing that. But yeah, there's all sorts of different women in this team, it seems like, so that's kind of. And then finally we got the Enchanting White Fairy, Shoko Koizumi. Koizumi, she's a painter. Alright, so that makes a lot of sense. The third generation leader of the women's team. She maintains a good relationship with the second generation leader, Midnight Rose, and still races to her. Despite being older, she still wears outfits of girlish hobbies. She has become friends with the leader of the Gothic Leah team Desire, and when they meet at parking area, they look like the same team. The members prefer her to stay lively rather than becoming quiet. The machine is tuned for acceleration with thick low to mid-range torque, making it strong in situations of frequent acceleration and de-acceleration, like when there are many general cars. Alright, and then the last team we took down was Danji, which is kind of funny because we're talking about a lot of female teams right now. A team of Kyushu men who entered the Shuto Express 4 years ago and have come for a second expedition of new members. All team members are muscular giants who show bold driving with large sports machines. They might be feared for their appearance, but they are actually a group of gentle, strong men. Their creed is to drive boldly with the spirit of Kyushu men. Besides conquering the Shuto Express, you also have a hidden goal of getting stylish Tokyo girls as girlfriends. So we got Gail Agu, who's from Okinawa. And yeah. So yeah, he decided to join up with this expedition. And yeah, join Wa Satsuma Hayato. And yeah, he needed to prove himself though to come to this expedition, so yeah. So there you go. Then you got Ferocious Polar Bear. I do like what his Bulgarian pretzel looks like. And he's following Kagoshima. And apparently he's a younger brother figure to retire fallen members. That's cool. Yeah, this team was in Import Chitra. That's why it also made its first appearance, so yeah. And yeah, apparently he has a hot blood personality. That probably explains his name. I don't know where the polar bear part comes in. Maybe it has something to do with what his car looks like, so yeah. Yeah. Alright, then we got Steam Hell Tour from Uita Prefecture. And he's apparently the second son of Hot String Hotel Innkeeper, so yeah. Makes sense for his name. Apparently he visits the hot springs of the Kanto region, not the one from Pokemon, because they also exist in real life, so yeah. Yeah, the Pokemon, the Japanese Hokkaido regions are all based on real life places in Japan. Well, yeah. I mean, actually every Pokemon region is based on a real life place, but with the Japanese ones, they were very direct, so that's basically what I was trying to get at. So yeah. Apparently being a pleasant female driver in this local mountain pass is somewhat conscious of her. Alright. Then you got Dejima Trial, who's born in Nagasaki. So yeah, quite a lot of different places these guys are born in, so that's cool. And apparently he did manage to go on a date with a young woman he met parking area 4 years ago, apparently. So that was the last time we saw this team. And so yeah, if you didn't know, yeah, Import Chance takes place 4 years before this game. Although the actual date is up for debate, so yeah. Like the year, I mean. But anyway. Actually, it was from Miyazaki Pikachu set, so. And then he had a big loser streak. That happened, so yeah. Apparently, he's a bit of Gale Aku's inclusion from the start. Anyway, his height is Tree Leaf Monkey. He has like a monkey on the front, and he has like not appeals of the way mirrors his company. And now he's on Kumamoto Prefecture, and he's apparently obsessed with them. So yeah, and his car's full of monkey goods. So yeah, he has that nimble footwork. Yeah, he probably really liked Donkey Bonanza, So yeah, yeah, considering this bio, and he calls threatening the monkey god. Then we got Unknown Saka, trying a pretty different card than Chaser. Only he's born in Saka Prefecture, so that makes sense. His parents are influential locals, so start the same Reckless Fate, and divides of the Saka. And yeah, he's quit the Reckless Fate and has grown as a person, so that's good for him. And yeah, he switched to this car, and yeah, he was a strong fleet machine to manufacture in Kyushu. Then you got Genkai C Limits. He's born in Kokura, Fukua Prefecture. There you go. I know why. Japanese areas. So yeah. Right, he's self-conscious about the fact that Kokura is not facing the Genkai Sea, which that fits to his name. So yeah. And he drives very boldly with his R32, controlling with initiative. And then finally we've got the team leader, Lord Satsuma Hayato, Seiji Hyoga, CAD operator, or CAD operator actually. During a Tokyo expedition 4 years ago, he struggled with the tight corners of the Shuto Expressway and couldn't drive as he wanted. Being frustrated at the return to his hometown of Kagoshima, he thoroughly revised his machine settings, aiming for a balance that doesn't comprise maneuverability. Moving away from a pure speed focus, he fine-tuned his large machine to handle corners smoothly, and is gearing up for a second expedition to the Shuto Expressway, modified also by members who left the team. So yeah, the team has changed quite a bit, so that's at the part of the Rise of New Generation. So that's all the teams we took on. Alright, we've been talking about dudes for a while, so yeah, and girls, and women, Dudes, dudettes, I'm not so sure how you call that, but anyway, let's actually finally get to driving. So of course, who we're interested in? Midnight Rose. We've heard quite a bit about Midnight Rose when we are looking at Juicy Heaven and Cupid Arrows, so let's take her on. There's a lot of interesting things going on with her. I'll definitely talk about that when we look her up by it, but yeah. She's another famous street racer in the Tokyo Shimmerista games. But the interesting about her is that, yeah, unlike last time when we fought the 13 Devils members, she's actually not part of the 13 Devil members. Because see, the difference here is that she was a member of the 13 Devils, but only in Tokyo Shimmerista Drift 2. So yeah. Because I think in that game, the 13 Devils are basically just all the best drivers in Tokyo. So yeah. In this game, yeah, it's a little bit different because yeah, Tokyo is the only place we're going. So yeah. And yeah, his instruction. She drives a very different car though. Normally she drives Mitsubishi GTOs, but in this game, she drives a fairly D7 set with Z34 this time. I think it's also the first time flying a Z34 too, so let's just take her on. I believe she wants to go to Shinkanjo, but I don't mind doing that, so yeah. Just that, yeah, I hope she doesn't, accidentally go onto C1 Outer, so yeah. So we'll get past her, we'll see a bit just in case we need it, so yeah. Oh yeah, she's definitely quite fast though, that's the thing, sure, so definitely be a little careful. And yeah, let's see if I can take this corner, there we go. Didn't lose too much speed there, although yeah, she's still powering quite close to us. But I think she hit something, so yeah. Alright, not looking too bad. I'm gonna get her when we... Oh, can I take this corner? Not quite. It worked out, yeah. Not too bad. We got the Rainbow Bridge, so there you go. Oh, how strange. My apologies, the enchanting white fairy. It seems I couldn't avenge you. But you see, I don't reconsider my future just because I lose once like you. After all, there's no way I could ever give up something this enjoyable. Midnight Rose. That said, I also left Cupid Arrows. My roles and race stars shifted freely over time. Now I've been wondering if I should take on a protege. I even approached Eternal Polaris the other day, but she turned me down. There are races to take on proteges and pass down their name. But in the end, even they couldn't stop racing and now riding the Shuto Expressway under a new name. I'm sure of it. Always be street races no matter how far we go. Yeah, that's true. I really could never stop. Thank you, Midnight Rose. Star Weak Spirit, I'll keep racing. As a street racer, let's battle again sometime. Alrighty then. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about Midnight Rose. We also got a card too. We also got the Enchanting White Berries card too, so I can also show that as well. Let's do that first actually. So here's the White Berry Eclipse. It doesn't have the body kit that I did in Virtual Charge, which I kind of like to be honest, so yeah. But it's still kind of cool looking, I must admit. I do like what it looks like in this game. And then we got Midnight Rose's Belly Z, 360 PS, so yeah, she has quite a lot of power on it, so yeah. Hey, Midnight Rose, yeah, it's actually in TXR3, she's quite the dangerous rival, so yeah. And she's beautiful like a rose, like it says there, so yeah. Alright, let's go to the reference and let's see about her. All the way down here. So yeah, Midnight Rose. Let's change street. Yeah, let's actually see her actual name. It's Kiyomi Kawagoe, I believe. And apparently she does. Her job is unknown. So yeah. Hey, let's actually do the buy now. A legendary street racer once known as one of the Zodiac. Yeah, the Zodiac, the 12 Zodiacs, I should be saying. They were the other big group of elite street racers in Tokyo Xtreme vs. Zero, and they appear after you beat all the 13 levels. Basically at the end of the game, it's kind of like a big boss rush with them all. And yeah, it also says that she is also the leader of Cupid Arrows for a period. Now that's kind of strange because if you look at all the TXR games, you realize that she was never the leader of the Cupid Arrows. Although there was one game though, and I'm guessing that's what it's referencing here. Racing Battle C1 Grand Prix. She was the leader of the Cupid Arrows in that game, and also she was one of those team leaders that would come back as a wanderer at the beat her in all three race types. So that's interesting. It's kind of just that they reference that, but it kind of makes sense because, you know, she is a female driver, and, you know, there's a lot going on with that, about that, so yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Carissa has made her revered as sacred among female street racers. The car's parts get even a small scratch, she may replace them, and touches the body paint each time to maintain a brand new appearance. Recently, she's taken interest in new generation street racers, particularly promising women with remarkable progress, and she's considering taking them under her wing as disciples. That is interesting. Anyway, so that done, another boss is going to show up, so yeah, let's take a sip and let's take one. So yeah. Alright. Let's head to the course. And it's Melancholic Angel. Oh boy. Let's just say I got some history with her. I mean, a lot of people do in this game, to be fair, because of what she does to you, so yeah. Yeah, there's a lot going on with a Melancholic Angel, but yeah. Maybe I'll talk more about it in the next part because, yeah, we're just gonna, you know, focus on Take Her On, so yeah. Alright, so yeah, let's turn it around. And yeah, we'll just focus on flying her. Because yeah, you don't really want to bring your A game, especially if it was, you know, early access, but yeah. I guess we could talk about that. So yeah, the thing about Melancholic Angel and why she's kind of influenced this game was because she was extremely difficult on early access. So much so that Genki decided that they were going to nerf her after, I believe, patch 0.2 or something like that. And here's her RX-8. And yeah, that sticker should look quite familiar if you've seen a lot of videos on my channel, let's just say. But anyway, let's take her on. And I'm never going to give it my all because, yeah, even though she's been nerfed since, you know, she's been nerfed since early access, but again, I'm not going to take her lying down, you know, so yeah. And there we go. She gave me a break there, but yeah, she's still, you know, hanging on to me though, so yeah. Yeah, like I said, yeah, we'll talk about the history next time because, again, it's kind of interesting, so yeah. She is still catching up to us. I'm going to save my nitrous for when she inevitably overtakes. I feel like it's going to be inevitable, so yeah. Yeah. Especially with, you know, again, this car is not It's good, but it's definitely not the best on the C1, so yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a very intense battle. And yeah, that was not good. So I'm going to use a little bit more here, so I can do a little bit more damage. Because I can definitely lose if I lose. Okay, there we go. That was intense. That was the nerfed version of her, by the way. I'm not joking about that, so yeah. On the park area is a Night Priest, the faint sub-flowers drifts in. Your previous battle opponent, Melancholic Angel, appears. Just being in the presence of the park area with a unique and alluring atmosphere creates a sense of pressure. Driving. It wasn't bad. Say, why do you ride my passenger seat sometime? Of course I don't mean right now. Just think about it, okay? Hey, Star Week Spirit, let me give you some advice. Stay away from that woman. You know how many young men she's crushed so far? Oh my, I can't ignore that. I'm just trying to show them the world the top speed where you race, putting your life and soul on the line. If they're crushed by that, then they were only that level of mad to begin with. Well, that's kind of woman. Well, that's the kind of woman she is. Like me, she's one of the former 13 Devils. 13 Devils, such a nostalgic name. It was the fleeing dream of street races, a fragile illusion born from excessive passion for street racing. You want to meet Swift Emperor? The legend created by the frenzy swirling in the Shuto Expressway? If so, be careful not to get consumed by it. Swift Emperor, the legendary man who has always run at the forefront of the Shuto Expressway. Yes, I would like to meet him, but do I have the right to do so? Alright, and we've heard the feared, we can now get some engine upgrades. But the thing about Melancholic Angel though, she isn't done yet. As you see that, another boss showed up. This is Melancholic Angel again, because you see there, yeah, she's actually not here. She will, after you defeat her once, she'll rematch you, and it's supposed to mimic how she was before she got nerfed, except she's actually even stronger now, so yeah. And you may have noticed, we did not get a car. Yeah, if you beat her in the rematch, that's how you get a car. A car is definitely one reason why she is extremely dangerous, so yeah. Anyway, let's read about her. Melancholic Angel, Setsuko Kuroi, Secretary. One of the legendary street racers once known as the 13 Devils. Mysterious woman who builds a car with a scent of flowers and always exudes a melancholic aura. She looks for promising men, but somehow everyone she takes in the parachute ends up fleeing. A staunch FR purist, all her past cars have been FR models. She seems to have reservations at the defecation of Sith Emperor's name, warning that excessive admiration creates false legends. So there you go. Again, we'll talk about a lot in the next part, that's the next shot, but with her defeated, now we can get more engine upgrades, so let's do it. So let's get exhaust level 3, intake level 3, and power unit level 4. And now we need to go to the next stage to get more power upgrades, but also, defeating more of these bosses are going to give us these upgrades here, so yeah. Alright, so with that done, let's go equip them. So yeah, let's see. So, and yeah, now this starting to get a bit expensive. So we've got power unit level 4, exhaust level 3, and intake level 3. Now we're rocking 340 PS, so there we go. I think we'll keep it as is, so yeah. But anyway, do we go on? Let's have a look. So, I'm thinking instead of doing another night, how about I take on like a Wanderer? Actually, no, let's not do that, because a lot of the Wanderers I want to take on are around here, so yeah. So yeah, I think next time, yeah, we might actually, before I do, yes, yeah, Silent Barbarian, those two, okay, so yeah. I think, yeah, I'm probably going to end the part here, I think that's wise, so yeah, because we did take on 2 bosses, we talked a lot about rivals, so yeah. So I think that's fine, and yeah, now our Supra is a lot better, so yeah. Now rocking 340 PS, so yeah, we should be able to go a lot faster now. I guess, I have a lot of BP left, let's think about this a bit carefully, so yeah. So is there anything I want with Driver at the moment? At the moment, I'm not sure. I think the main thing I would consider is probably better stats, to be honest. Like, yeah. Can get a little bit more SP, I think. And then I might get a little bit more toughness. I don't want to spend too much, obviously. And then let's see here. So, how much do these cost? 62 each. So yeah, and this costs 62 as well. So yeah, that costs 48. So yeah. And yeah, we can also buy cars a bit cheaper too. There's a lot to think about, obviously. So yeah, I think I will do like. I think I'll just do this. Again, I don't want to spend too much EV, but at the same time, yeah, there's still a decent amount of rivals there, and there's also Wanderers too, so yeah. So there's also that, so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it this, and then yeah, we had 10 cars in garage, that should be fine, because yeah. Again, some Wanderers need certain cars, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. You know, I can also get this. I haven't actually started on perfect bonus, so yeah, it increases how much the perfect bonus is worth. Again, it's mainly something good against traffic cars, because yeah, you can easily defeat them without taking any SP damage, so yeah. But yeah, I think that's gonna be good for now. And I could continue raising my stats a little bit, which again, I don't think it's a bad idea. Maybe I'll get like extra defense too. And yeah, I was bumping into walls a lot there, so no. Let's keep it 89 BP. I think that's good for now, so yeah. So now our driver level is level 9, so that's cool. Again, each time you raise a stat, it increases your driver level, so that's good to know. Anyway, and I think I did want to start SVN here, because I think I'm feeling like maybe self-love, maybe acceleration addict for my third skill. So yeah. Anyway. So after thinking about that over, yeah, I think now's a good time to end this. So we'll switch to medium tires. And yeah, we have 2 interesting Wanderers to take on next time, while we also take on more teams. Let's see, who else is Adam up to? As yeah, I think another thing we'll consider is maybe defeating the Rolling Girls, which we can do while we take on Sechuchi Noodle Arson. As long as I have the right license plate, that's something I need to check beforehand. Razor Storm only has this person here. They're Shinkaku teams, so they shouldn't be too hard to get to. And then Commander, they're going on the long guns, so yeah. So you might be able to take them on later. The problem is mainly, Twister. Although Twister is also Shinkancho, so yeah, we should be able to take them on, no problem too. And then yeah, that's all the teams left to return the bosses. So I think it's in our best interest to do that. Playing Night could also be interesting too if I want to take on Devil Road Run, so yeah. By going the other way, so yeah. Another thing that could also happen is to take on Desire, but I'm not going to worry too much about Desire, I think, right now, because, again, Desire is kind of a strange team, let's just say, so yeah. How we're going to be taking them on, but anyway. Yeah, that's in the part here, so yeah, a lot of just talking, planning things out in this fight, it felt like, but we did take on 2 bosses. 2 very interesting bosses, a very infamous boss and Melancholic Angels, so yeah. But anyway. So yeah, next time, yeah, let's go back onto the highway, let's take on some Wanderers, and yeah, let's head towards Return of the Bastards too, so yeah. Look forward to that, and I'll see you guys again for that.